Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. Got a video I want to do for you today. I think you'll find it interesting. I saw a news broadcast. They're looking for this young black man for murder and killed somebody in Midland. I shared that on my Facebook post, and then it disappeared. And I see that often, and it seems to be always on posts that I think are connected to crimes at my house. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Okay, so right now we're looking at my Facebook. This is my timeline, and I want to show you. Okay, the latest post here is here. Okay, and it's showing these big bolts. Okay, so we got bolts. The next one is Ronda Rousey had a baby. Okay, that's the second one, and the third one down there's a cat and he got pregnant. Okay, and I'm going, what happened to my Facebook post? Okay, so I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna hit refresh. This little round thing here, it's gonna refresh it. Okay, and there's the bolts. Okay, there's Ronda Rousey. Okay, had a baby. Oh, look at there, it showed back up. Look at there. That's what I'm talking about. My Facebook post that I created, like this one called "Using Addicts to Travel Covertly," and that was a come off a comment from this Dave Johnson from Amarillo, says, why are they using addicts to travel? And I thought, well, I don't even understand what you're talking about, and so I had a long write-up and about that, and I posted this video, the history of people in the attic, okay? And then my next one down is what I was talking about. This is a news story, and it was missing. But below that, I'm going to show you, there's the cat. Okay, so they took out these two. Okay, so I'm wondering now, why would Facebook, selectively make sure that these two are being, removed? And what I believe is happening is that happening to everybody. So probably what happens is they publish it to, like, say, 10% of their servers. So only 10% of the time do to the public will see that, and that limits the public. It's an act of censorship to limit the public, and this is done so they can continue to break into homes and murder innocent people. I mean, that's the real reason, so they can use secret police murder gangs and kill people in their homes. And and all across America, people getting in the attic. Buddy's trying to tell people, Facebook's trying to keep people from finding out. Doesn't it look like what's going on to you? I mean, they didn't get rid of the cat on the potty, right? They got rid of the guy that murdered somebody in Midland. That's the one they're censoring, and they're doing it on my Facebook post. Anyway, I'm gonna start here because this is what the video is about. Okay, here, New Mexico State Police assisted in search for Midland murder suspect. Okay, I'm gonna click on this. There's a picture of him. Okay. New Mexico State Police searching for Midland murder. This is today. Okay, it says, according to Twitter and our sister station, are searching for Kion Devon Lewis. Lewis was spotted in Chaves County. I think that's Carlsbad. He ran from our authorities and was last seen in a field near Highway 285. Okay, Texas Rangers tracked down homicide suspect from Midland. He's armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Okay, so that's what I shared this morning on my Facebook, that you can only see part of the time. Okay, as I showed you. Okay, and I put a comment at the top because I like, hey, he looks kind of familiar. I said, prior to the murder attempt, I saw the neighbor's two teenage boys in front of my home, and I wondered if they had connection to the crimes here. Since it's believed that home had a tunnel in the backyard going to my home, I would often see them with a young black guy that looks similar to this guy. So I'm wondering, is this guy that's wanted for murder out of Midland was the guy that I was seeing in front of my house on the day that I was ambushed and shot by somebody under my home with my phone lines cut? Okay, so then I followed that up and I said, about a week before I was ambushed and shot, I climbed on my roof to see if I could find a tunnel entrance, and I saw this hidden in my east neighbor's backyard. There were large pieces of plywood leaned against that shed, which blocked my view from the ground. After I had survived the murder attempt, I would often see people out there in the middle of the night with flashlights, and I felt sure this was an underground entrance. I started posting about it on Facebook, and then it got taken out around 2015. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture, and this is a zoomed up picture. This is my yard on this side, and that's the east neighbor's yard. Okay, so here's a big shed, here's my little shed, here's the water well, and here's these boards I'm telling you about that are leaned up against the wall. And so when you're on the ground and you look over here, you can't see that. It's blocked from your view. And this is, this is not a hot tub or nothing. It is about, you could see the top of it. It looked like a storm shelter door is what it looked like. And because I seen from the alley here looking through the fence one day. And so I suspected that was a tunnel entrance. Okay. The Google Earth pictures show that the suspected tunnel entrance had recently been moved by April 2016. Also taken out was a live tree behind the Home Depot store, and that is where another suspected tunnel entrance was located. So I'm going to show you this Google Earth picture here, and I'm going to show you can see where the grass hadn't even grown over the ground, and they removed it. And I think the reason they removed it is because I was posting about it on Facebook, and here in my home, I'd survived a premeditated capital murder attempt. I mean, I'm ambushed and shot, my phone line's cut by somebody I didn't even know was there. I mean, they were hunting me like an animal. And then over here, there's a live tree that's been taken out, okay? And right there was a two side-by-side manholes, and that was another suspected tunnel entrance. So them two got removed at the same time, right where two suspected tunnel entrances were at. And the date on that was April 2016, okay? I want to show you that. Let's jump over here to Google Earth, okay? So this is Google Earth Pro. It's a free download. Just put my address in, 3802 Fair Circle, Midland, Texas. You can do it yourself, okay? And so here we're looking at my home, 3802 Fair Circle. Is on this side of the home. Somebody under my home ambushed and shot me. It's believed the last homeowner was murdered here, okay? It's also believed in this backyard there's one of the 4 underground homes put in during the bushes and all that stuff, okay? And so here's the neighbor's backyard, and this here is where that suspected tunnel entrance was located. Here's the missing tree, okay? So there's a app up here at the top, this bar right here with the clock, and it gives you this timeline. So I can click on that timeline and it will change the dates of the pictures, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change that, okay? So see how it changed, okay? So there, it's 2017, it wasn't there. 2017, it wasn't there. Okay, you look in that backyard. 2017, it wasn't there. 2016, it wasn't there. 2014, boom, there it is. Okay, you see what I'm saying? 2014, that picture's taken October 3rd, 2014. It is in that backyard, okay? Okay, let's go here. We're gonna go forward. It's not there. By 4/28, 2016. I'm going to show you that. So we know when it got taken out, okay? You see the suspected tunnel entrance got taken out in between that time frame. Now let's keep going backwards in time, okay? So we're going to see when it got put in, okay? So here we are. We're in 2013. This is June 2011. This is 6 months before I'm ambushed and shot by somebody under my home, okay? Okay? Let's go. Boom, it's gone, okay? Let's look at the date, okay? September 2008, okay? And the previous homeowner, he dies in December, about 3 months after this picture was taken, okay? And then that's when that tunnel entrance, and that's when I moved in, and in between that time frame, the tunnel entrance has been taken out. I'm going to show you something else, okay? I just noticed that. It looks like this is a 2013 picture. Looks like a ditch trail cut going this way. Do you see that? Okay, do you see it where it looks like that? And that tree's still there, okay? But you see this trail going that way. Okay, we're gonna look at another one. Okay, you can barely see it there. It's still there though. You can barely see it there, okay? And even when it's gone, you can still see where it looks like it goes right over here, okay? If I projected this out right here to right there, that's where that west manhole was at, okay? And that's where the other suspected tunnel entrance was right here. And that's where, if I projected that line out, that looks like it aimed directly at it to me, okay? I'm gonna show you again here. Show you the best picture. That one's a good picture. If I go right here, it goes right to where that west manhole, and now show you a picture of that west manhole, okay? I've got them here. I sent this picture in 2012 to the chief of police. I emailed it to Chief of Police Robinson, and I took a picture. This was the west manhole, and remember, that's where it looks like that was aimed at, was this manhole, okay? And that's where I suspected was a tunnel entrance, where that's right next to where the live tree was removed. And what I was seeing back here on the Home Depot side of the wall, these truckers were showing up 24/7, okay? And the store wouldn't be open, nobody would be there, they'd stay for a little bit and leave, it was like a truck stop. And I believe they were running like a sex trafficking business, like a truck stop. The people in the attic were going over, meeting the truckers, doing their deals, the children in the attic, and then they were going back up and staying in the attics or whatever, okay? That's what I was suspecting is going on. But this manhole cover was left open here. You can see it for like 2 years at least, you know. And so I took a picture and I sent it to the chief of police after I'd survived the murder attempt, because I believe it was connected. Okay, but that's where I was showing. That's what it looked like it was aimed at. Okay, I'm gonna also show you here in my backyard. Okay, this is my home. Okay. Here's the neighbor's home right here. Over here is where that, it's not even there. That's how old this picture is. The suspected tunnel entrance ain't here. But if you look at my backyard, okay, it looks like a ditch was cut right here. Okay, now remember, it looks like the underground, I believe the underground home is right here in my backyard. Now this ditch, when we project that out, it goes to that same location, to that west manhole. You see where that is? And there's a black dot, it's a shadow. I don't know what it is, but it goes there. And so that's an old city map picture. It looks like it's connected right up to that same manhole. Okay, I want to show you them too. Okay, I want to show you on the other side of the wall. I want to show you it's not just one manhole, it's 2 manholes. Okay, and I thought that was weird, because if you go in the ground here, why do you have to go in the ground here 6 foot over, right? You know, it just didn't make sense. You know, this is the one that had the lid left off for you know, for so long, and I believe was, you know, was used for sex trafficking, and was a tunnel going over the underground home to under my home, etc. This is the one, if you extend that line out, it looks like it goes to the suspected tunnel entrance in the neighbor's backyard, but also it looked like it goes into, there's another one going in my backyard, and here's where the missing tree was at. Okay, and so I just wanted to show you that. I went and counted the supports, and I knew exactly where it was at. Okay, so I could tell exactly where that was at. I would often see, I even took this picture one day, these truckers, and they're parked right there where the manhole is. Okay, there's 2 truckers parked side by side, facing each other. Okay, you know, the store's not open, they're not unloading freight. You know, I'm thinking that the people in the attic are going over meeting the truckers. It was like a sex trafficking business, you know, and organized crime, organized prostitution, which goes right along with the little girl that was murdered because she refused to prostitute. Okay, now I want to show you, if you go to Google Maps, okay, right here, and I showed this many times, you can do it yourself. Go to maps.google.com, put in my address, 3802 Fair Circle. On the block screen, you see a large building in my backyard, but on the satellite screen, you don't see it. And I believe that's one of the 4 underground homes. You back up, that's where that's located, and it's right here. And that's where it looked like going over to that tunnel entrance, okay? And then over here, it's showing here where the suspected tunnel entrance, now removed, is in the neighbor's backyard. Tree, now removed. Shows here where a ditch was believed that was cut, used for the oil show party, for the people going to the oil show parties coming from the Home Depot store. And then here, the long list of people documented saying that tunnels or underground homes are here. You know, Rhonda and Rogers said underground facilities half block away. You know, that's a print screen. Phone call recorded. Woman said there's 4 3-bedroom $1 million underground homes. Ricky Ronaldo said he used to live in my house. Him and his brother used to go in the tunnels under it. Layla O'Brien told me that she worked on this project, finished 1987, cost a budget $7.35 million, done for George H.W. Bush. Joe Lozano running for Midland sheriff. I secretly recorded him telling me that our last sheriff, Gary Painter, used to hide out in these underground phones. Made that into a YouTube video, went viral. Okay, and then the police report and the cameras on the timestamp shows officers Davis, Dickey, Chadwell, Angel, and Elk had entered my home from the underground entrance. We know that because they were inside, or they were in or at my home when they were not seen arriving on the cameras, meaning they came from underground. They came from this tunnel right here. Okay, and so Angie McGee Hurley told me about a young girl's murdered also party believed to be happening in these underground homes. Okay, Google Maps shows a large bunker in my backyard you can't see. Okay, I showed Homeland Security back here where this tunnel was located, human trafficking murder tunnel. 2 weeks later, they poured concrete to cover up the murders. Okay, they were assisting the human trafficking murders. Okay, and then screenshot of Lance Eglin says, "We have access to your residence at all times. Nobody will ever believe your story. You will be silenced, not if but when." Obviously, Lance knows. Okay, so I just want to show you there in my backyard. And then finally here, I want to show you caught digging. Okay, this is also a YouTube video. And what happened with my dog alerted me that in my backyard that there was a noise. Anyway, Bella, she alerted me over here a minute ago. She stopped by the corner of this building, and I went over there, and I could hear a clear tapping noise, a digging noise is what I'm going to call it, over there underground. Somebody is under there digging, and I'm going to show you, see if we can listen to it. I will be quiet.